Jesus says here, if sickness is separation, the decision to heal and to be healed is the first step toward recognizing what you truly want. If sickness is separation, this decision to heal and to be healed is the first step toward recognizing what you truly want. To heal and to be healed. Every attack is a step away from this, and every healing thought brings it closer. Every attack is a step away from this, and every healing thought brings it closer. Healing becomes a lesson in understanding, and the more you practice healing, the better teacher and learner you become. If you have denied the truth, what better witnesses to its reality could you have than those who have been healed by it? But be sure to count yourself among them, for in your willingness to join them is your healing accomplished. Every miracle that you accomplish speaks to you of the fatherhood of God. Every healing thought that you accept, either from your brother or in your own mind, teaches that you are God's son. It teaches you that you are God's son. In every hurtful thought you hold, wherever you perceive it, lies the denial of God's fatherhood and of your sonship. In every hurtful thought you hold, wherever you perceive it, lies the denial of God's fatherhood and of your sonship. And denial is as total as is love. This makes it so simple. When we hear this message, we understand it's all about our own mind. It takes it back to that responsibility. Because if you sense every thought you have, if you notice every thought you have, you will feel if it is an attack thought or if it's a thought of healing. If it brings your brothers further away from you or closer. If it brings the awareness of God further away or closer. Every tiny thought does either of those two. You can heal only yourself, for only God's Son needs healing. You can heal only yourself, for only God's Son needs healing. So that tells us what you are. You are God's Son, but you can only heal yourself. You can't see the error outside and fix it. Everything in your awareness is your opportunity to heal your mind. Even if it is seen outside, even if it's seen out there in that one or this one or that circumstance. To deny meaning is to fail to understand. You can heal only yourself, for only God's Son needs healing. You need it because you do not understand yourself and therefore know not what you do. Having forgotten your will, you do not know what you really want. Healing is a sign that you want to make whole. And this willingness opens your ears to the voice of the Holy Spirit, whose message is wholeness. He will enable you to go far beyond the healing you would undertake, for beside your small willingness to make whole, he will lay his own complete will and make yours whole. What can the Son of God not accomplish with the fatherhood of God in him? And yet the invitation must come from you, for you have surely learned that whom you invite as your guest will abide with you. So the invitation for this healing must come from you, for who you invite as your guest will abide with you. So if you invite doubt, if you invite self-attack or any kind of attack thought, the ego will abide with you. The ego will be your guest. But if you invite healing thoughts, the Holy Spirit will abide with you, and connection is the result, and peace. The Holy Spirit cannot speak to an unwelcoming host because he will not be heard. The eternal guest remains, but his voice grows faint in alien company. He needs your protection only because your care is a sign that you want him. Think like him ever so slightly, and the little spark becomes a blazing light that fills your mind so that he becomes your only guest. Think like him ever so slightly, and the little spark becomes a blazing light that fills your mind so that he becomes your only guest. Whenever you ask the ego to enter, you lessen his welcome. He will remain, but you have allied yourself against him. Whatever journey you choose to take, he will go with you, waiting. Still there, even when we choose the wrong mind. You can safely trust his patience, for he cannot leave a part of God. Yet you need far more than patience. You will never rest until you know your function and fulfill it, for only in this can your will and your Father's be wholly joined. So what is your task? What is your function? It's very simple. It's actually to choose healing thoughts. It's forgiveness. You will never rest until you know your function and fulfill it. For only in this can your will and your Father's be wholly joined. To have him is to be like him, and he has given himself to you. You who have God must be as God, for his function become yours with his gift. Invite this knowledge back into your mind, and let nothing that obscures it enter. The guests whom God sent you will teach you how to do this, if you but recognize the little spark and are willing to let it grow. Recognize the little spark of spirit inside your mind, in your heart. And you can't force it to grow. It's not in your power, but you recognize it and allow it restfully. And it doesn't even grow because it is already everything. But it will grow in your awareness of it. And we do it again. If we find ourselves get lost again, check in again what kind of thoughts we choose. healing thoughts or separation thoughts. Almost like a micro-analyzing of the mind, like a micro-monitoring of your own consciousness. It may not even be fully thought out thoughts. It may be just a slight feeling in the mind. To see if it's doubt or if it is faith. That's there. And that's it. Don't get into think further about anything really. Because we're not here to analyze. We're not here to understand the separate self. It can't be understood. Your willingness doesn't even need to be perfect because his is. Even if you have a partial willingness, he's saying that's okay. Because his willingness is perfect for you. If you will merely offer him a little place, he will lighten it so much that you will gladly let it be increased. And by this increase, you will begin to remember creation. So you can start opening the door just a little, let the light in, and you will like it so much that you will just let it take over or increase. You will begin to remember creation. Would you be hostage to the ego or host to God? You will accept only whom you invite. Yeah. You are free to determine who shall be your guest and how long he shall remain with you. So did you have like who was your guest the last night, this morning? Did you, and how long did you let him stay in your mind? Or was your last, yeah. Who was your last guest and how long was he with you? It's kind of good to check in on this because we get better at inviting spirit rather than the ego. Like first we have lived in this world where it seems to be only the ego, just maybe a prayer recalling for God, for the truth, but almost like being like a robot or being lost in the ego. So the ego has had almost 100% of the time, because time was made by it. But then you have more and more experiences of spirit, maybe in the beginning just a moment here and there. But when you have it, you know that's all you want. So the mind starts to call for that. And then as we do mind training to invite the truth more, we have longer stretches. But in the beginning, it's almost an effort to change our mind. And we have to very consciously sit down, really be willing to let go of attack thoughts for it to change. But then there is almost like it's something big changes as we do that, as we've done that for a long time. it gets so easy and almost automatic to change the mind into healing thoughts. Until in the end it becomes completely natural, like becomes the only place we are, the only guest we have. It's not even a guest, we become this one, we become one with spirit, identified with it. But I remember a time when it was crucial, like I felt like I was in my right mind, and then I lost it. I had something happen, and then for me, became very harsh with myself, so that was not so good. But I regretted that I said something or did something that led me into the ego mind, because then it took so long, it took days, it was hard to come back. But that beating up was something also of the ego that I had to stop doing. And even I had to say to myself, well, what do I know? How can I know what should have happened? And kind of with everything coming to more and more acceptance. Because then perception changes and we perceive everything happening is for our highest good. That's how much the perception can change. That's true perception. That's why Jesus can say, what if you but knew that everything that happens to you, past, present, and events to come, are gently planned by one who has your best interest at heart. He can clearly say that because with true perception, everything is that way. There is nothing that happens against you or against that. So that's the forgiven perspective.